Good morning and happy Saturday, you guys. So I was not going to vlog today because today is Saturday, and I hope you all are up and moving, taking advantage of this wonderful day. It's the weekend. Most of us don't have to work, but for those of you that have to work, I am sorry, but I'm praying that you have a great day at work. Temperature-wise, here in the great state of Maryland, it is 58 degrees, you guys, but it's not. It's a little on the chilly side, but it's not like cold. So I'm happy for that. I don't know what the temperature is going to go up to today because I didn't look, but I'll look when I get where I'm going. But anyway, so like I said, I was not going to vlog today, but I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning, and he said, you know what, you should do a vlog talking about letting go of things that are out of your control. And I said, you know what, that's a great topic to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about for the next few minutes. And I think it is so important that we learn to do that, because too often we spend so much time creeping along. We spend so much time stressing and worrying about things that are outside of our control. And all that does is eat away at you. It eats away at me. And that's just not a good thing. So I want to encourage you guys today to start letting go. Oh my God, really, lady? Start letting go of things that are outside of your control. And like I said, that's going to be a lot of different things. It could be the way people act. Now, let me say this, because I want to be clear about something. The way people treat you, that's not outside of your control, because you can decide whether or not you want to be bothered with those people. And sometimes you have to put your foot down. You might even have to raise that hand and say, look, we're not having that foolishness, okay? Now, I'm not encouraging you guys to go around fighting folks, but I'm just saying that is kind of in your control. But the way people act, you can't control that. So if you know someone that's just I'm going to just say it, a damn fool coming and going, you can't control that. So you've got to stop worrying about that. You've got to stop stressing about that, because you can't control the way that person acts. You can't control what people think and what they say about you. So, let that go. You know what I'm saying? If people go around saying things about you, especially if they're not true, well, heck, even if they are true, you can't control that. So you need to stop stressing over that, because there's nothing you can do about that. Now, you can have a conversation with that person and say, look, I'm going to need you to keep my name out your mouth, because I'm not bothering you, so leave me be. But at the end of the day, oh, Lord, a raccoon got hit. At the end of the day, you can't control that. You can't control what people are going to think about you, because people are going to think whatever they want to think. And it may be totally off base, but if they want to think that thing about you, guess what? They're going to think it. And there's nothing you can do about that. So there's no reason for you to stress over it or any of that. You can't control what people remember. If somebody said, Michelle, do you remember when I told you about ABC or XYZ? And I say, no, I don't recall us having that conversation. You can't get upset because that person doesn't remember you having that conversation. Because a lot of things could have been going on. I might have had something else on my mind where I heard you, but I wasn't really listening. Or because I've had so many other things going on, I just truly do not remember having that conversation with you. So, and that's just like the surface stuff. But I'm talking about the big ticket items. And those things could be somebody cheating on you. You can't control whether your significant other is going to be faithful or not. You can pray about it. You can ask them to be faithful, but you can't, excuse me, all my sinuses are draining. You can't control whether or not they are going to be faithful to you. That is out of your control. Completely out of your control, okay? You can't control things, some things that happen on the job. You just cannot control. You can't control the way your supervisor thinks of you, the way your co-workers think of you, all that kind of good stuff. That's out of your control. You can't do anything about that. Like I said, you can put your foot down and you can tell people how you want to be treated, and you can treat yourself the way you want other people to treat you. That is within your control. But as far as things that are not in your control and you stressing over them, honey, let that stuff go. Because like I said, all it's going to do is eat away at you. And I don't know about you all, but I choose not to walk around being stressed because life is too daggone short. I'm just not doing it, okay? I'm not. So, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about that, other than if you're walking around right now stressing about something that happened and, you know, you don't know what the outcome is going to be, I want to encourage you to let it go. Let it go, because it is out of your control. All you can do is pray about it and move on. And when I say pray about it and move on, I mean just that. Pray about it and move on. See, I don't know about you all, but when I pray about something, I ask God to step in. I ask him for whatever it is that I need, whatever the outcome is that I need to happen. I pray about that, and then I say, Lord, I count it done in the name of Jesus, and I move on. I don't stress over it. I don't think about it anymore, because I prayed about it and I've asked God to intervene and fix whatever that issue is. So I'm done with it. I am truly, truly done with it, period. End of sentence. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to think about it, and I'm certainly not going to stress about it. So I want to encourage you guys to make sure you're doing that. Ask God to intervene. Believe that he's going to do it, because that's the key. Because see, here's the other thing, and I was telling my friend that I was telling you guys about, I was telling him, I said, when we sit and we ask God to intervene and fix a situation, and then we stress about it, what we're saying is, okay, God, I prayed about it. And, you know, I've asked you to step in and fix that thing, but I'm not quite sure if you're going to really do it. So now I've got to come up with a plan B on how I can fix my situation. That's exactly what, now you're not saying that out of your mouth, but that's what that implies. If I pray and ask God to remove somebody from out of my life, and I'm not saying kill them, Lord, but just, you know, move them on so I don't have to deal with them or fix them and their, the way they act or whatever the case may be, and then I sit and I'm still stressing over it. What I've said is, well, Lord, I know I asked you to step in, but I don't know if you're going to do it or not. So now I still got to stress and try to figure it out on my own. And I want to encourage you guys to stop doing that. Stop doing that. When you ask God to fix that thing, believe that he's going to do it. Count it done. That's what I do. I count it as done. I'm like, all right, Lord, that's done. I'm moving on to something else, and truly move on to something else. But don't sit and stress and try to figure it out, because like I said, what you're saying is, God, I asked you, but I don't know if you're going to really do it or not. So I still got to come up with a way to fix that situation. So again, all you're doing is just stressing yourself, so you haven't accomplished anything. So that's my little 2 cents for you guys for today, and that is to stop stressing over things that you cannot fix. Pray about it and then move on. That's it. If you can't change people, because you cannot change people. You can pray and ask God to change them, but you can't change people. So stop stressing over it. If it's out of my hands, I'm done with it. I am not going to stress about anything. Life is too short for me to be walking around here stressing about things that I can't change. If it's out of my... Now, some things you can change. Like, if you know you need to lose a little bit of weight, you can fix that. You can change that. So you do something about it. If you need to make more money, you can change that by looking for another job. If you need to acquire a skill, you can change that and go back to school. But you can't. Those are things you can change, right? But I'm talking. We're focusing today on the things that you cannot change, and there are a lot of things in this world that we can't change. Yet we walk around and we stress about it. It's out of your hands, you know. If you have kids, you love your kids. Well, I hope everybody loves their kids. I know I love my daughter, but we all love our kids. But we can't make them do what we want them to do. They have their own lives to live, just like you had your own life to live. Your parents couldn't make you do what. Now, at a certain age, you can, but after they get older, you can't. It's out of your hands who they choose to associate with, who they choose to date or to marry, or where they choose to live. And excuse me, and all that kind of good stuff. That's out of your hands, honey. All you can do is pray about it. So for those of you that are listening, and I'm sorry, watching this video and not listening to it, and you have kids that you just, you know, they're kind of out of control, that's out of your hands, baby. All you can do is pray about that one. You can pray about it and move on, but that is out of your hands, and you need to stop stressing over it. Again, if you have a spouse or a significant other, you know, that just refuses to do right, well, guess what? Now that you can do something about, because you can choose to leave them and move on. But you can't stress over whether or not they're going to go out here and cheat or not, because why would you do that? You know, you pray about it, and you pray that your significant other stays faithful and loyal to you, but whether or not they do that, that's out of your hands. So why would you stress over it? So that's all I have to say, you guys. I just really want all of us to get to a place where we are not allowing things that we can't control to just dominate our time and our energy, because it's too much. It's just, it's too much. It's draining, and I don't care for things that tend to drain my energy. I can't stand it. And so, like I said, I learned a long time ago, stop stressing over things that I can't fix. You know, people, places, things, all of that. If you can't fix it, then stop stressing about it and move on with your life. Pray about it first now. Pray about it first. And I mean honestly and earnestly pray about it. Believe it, and then you move on. Okay? That's all I have, you guys. I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And y'all know I do. There's nothing you can do about it. You know the drill. I'm going to love you anyhow. I'm going to love you in spite of you. I'm going to love you even when you're stressing over stuff that you can't fix and change. I'm still going to love you, but I'm going to encourage you to let that thing go. I'm going to encourage you to let it go, and I'm still going to love you anyhow. Heck, I'm going to love you even when nobody likes you, okay? So, again, that's all I have, you guys. Start living your life in such a way that you are not stressing over things that you can't change. Please do. And I promise you, you will enjoy life a whole lot better when you allow those things to just go on by the wayside. That's all I have. Again, I love you guys, and we will talk again Monday in our next car vlog, which I will be talking more about domestic violence again on Monday, because as you know, this is the month of October, and this is when we talk about domestic violence along with breast cancer awareness. I think sometimes, though, talking about domestic violence gets kind of pushed to the back burner, because we're all, you know, focused on breast cancer awareness, and it is very much so important. And my prayers go out to those individuals that have suffered from it, are suffering from it, and will suffer from it, because it is very much so a serious thing. But we also need to talk about domestic violence, because that's just as serious. Because even as I'm recording this video right now, the sad reality is that somebody is being physically or mentally, or combination of both, abused right now at this very moment, and that's just sad. And they don't know how to get out of that situation. They're not strong enough to get out of that situation. So we'll be talking about that again on Monday. Again, that's all I have, you guys. You all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have an amazing day on purpose, okay? And we'll talk again soon. Until then, take care.